As a bass player, you'll only ever be required to do two things: playing accompanying bass lines, and occasionally you might get to play a solo. So with that in mind, a good starting point for developing strong bass skills is learning how to expand your walking bass lines to make them more interesting. That's what we're going to do today, so hang with me. Now, contrary to popular belief, walking bass lines are often created by taking a particular melodic motif and then working that through the chord changes that you're playing over. For the great unwashed, a motif is nothing more than a short musical phrase that forms a recurring idea throughout a musical piece. So using the same melodic statement over 4 different chords will help you to build a solid cohesion when learning to play through chord changes. This concept helps to develop several things at once. Firstly, helping you to gain familiarity with the chords that you're playing over, and more importantly, learning how to start hearing the chord progression from the lines that you're playing. In the next example, I'm going to demonstrate how you can expand your walking ideas over a standard 4-bar jazz progression. Pay close attention to how the melodic content develops over the course of this etude. Afterwards, I'll be back for the breakdown. So the chord progression that we're using is quite a common chord progression in jazz, consisting of D minor 7, G7, C major 7 to A7 flat 9. Then it's repeating back, going through that cycle over and over again till the end. So if we analyze that, it would be 2 minor 7 to 5-7 to 1 major 7. Then using a secondary dominant or 5-7 of 2, it leads us back to the 2 minor 7. So in the first 4 bars, what I'm using is the root 5 root chromatic above motif throughout this entire progression. Check it out. The melodic motif used in the second 4 bars is root 2 3 5 over each chord. Now, if you're interested in checking out how these type of patterns work on walking lines in a really in-depth environment, then you've got to get my book, Walking Bass Lines. You can just click over here and pick that up right now. Now, what I want you to notice is how I'm using this concept in sequence in bars 1 and 3, as well as using what's called octave displacements in bars 2 and 4. This is going to sound like this. Third 4-bar sequence, I'm expanding the previous motific idea using a melodic permutation, which is 3 root 2 5. Notice in bars 2 and 4 how octave displacement is being used similarly as in exercise 2. I also want you to notice how starting on the third increases the melodic tension in this line. Check it out. The last 4 bars combines both exercises together, but with a slight alteration. In bars 1 and 3, I'm using the motif from exercise 2, while in bars 2 and 4, I'm using the motif from exercise 3. But here's the twist. I'm substituting the 7th for all the roots. The cool thing about this line is that there's no roots across all bars. Now, this isn't something that you want to use all the time, but but it's a great way to dynamically expand your walking bass lines. Check out how this sounds. So as you can see, there's many possibilities just within the scope of this lesson for expanding your walking bass lines. I'm going to be launching a brand new video course on walking bass lines that will be available in June 2022. So if you like the material that I've taught today, then you're going to love this interactive online walking bass line course. So until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.